By now, I'm sure you heard of Shohei Ohtani and a $700 million contract he just signed with the Dodgers. And to add my 2 cents worth, 1 cent, scandal proof, second cent, 700 million is not a return on investment calculation. Let's go with the first point. So people talk about him having a likely chance of getting injured. I think that's debatable because Tom Brady played football into his 40s, and that's a way more intense sport in terms of physical injury. And he's a quarterback; he gets beaten up all the time, basically. And he has a very strict training regimen, and Shohei Ohtani does as well. The question is whether his arm could hold out and still do pitching, as that's really hard on the tendons. But he's going to have another Tommy John surgery, and that actually strengthens your tendons. But anyways, people talk about injury, but people don't calculate the risk of scandals as knocking out somebody's career and making somebody relatively worthless. And if you look at baseball, I guess they don't have as many scandals as others, but look at football and all that stuff. Many people are great players, just that, it's really hard pressed for the team to use them because they have a lot of issues like beating up people, rape accusations, blah, 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 right? And so it's not that they're injured per se, as in physically they can't play. It's more that you can't afford to have them play on your team. One is it may actually be against the rules, like in the NFL. The second thing is it may actually decrease your audience attendance because you can't really have a rapist there on your team, right? It makes you guys look bad. But the bigger thing, I think, is the lack of understanding of all these sports writers who wrote their long pieces on Shohei Ohtani and whether 700 million is worth it or 700 million is not worth it. But here's the thing. People did calculations on the return to the Dodgers. Some said, well, there's caveats because they could increase their sales of sports memorabilia, but then it's only in their own market. If you go to other markets, it's all spread among the whole league. The profits are shared. Japanese advertising only goes so far, blah, blah, blah. Here's the deal. Do you know a rich person? Rich people spend money because they want to, not because it's worth it, right? I mean, there's notoriously frugal rich people, right? Like Warren Buffett. Who needs a deal, right? But he still buys something because he wants to. He's not the type who will spend more money just to cash in on deals. More like you and me, right? Like Black Friday, okay, gotta spend. You're like, I don't even need that. Why are you spending money? Or like the simple, minimum, free shipping. In the past, it used to be free shipping. You got to get to that $25 on Amazon or 50 or whatever, right? But now it's not so much that, but there's a coupon out for $10 off, and I spent 75 on Amazon. Oh, how do I get to 75? I don't even need anything. Let me think. You're just spending extra money, right? Oh, I am, right? These people don't do that. They're not that stupid. They spend money because they want to spend money. And they may try to rationalize it like the rest of us. But at the end of the day, the people running the Dodgers wanted Shohei Ohtani. And money, it's just a number, right? It's like if you wanted to buy a nice car, how can you justify a car that's $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 or even $2 million? You could maybe resell it, right? But I'm pretty sure Bill Gates is not buying nice cars, or Jay Leno or all those people, because they think of it as, I'm going to be able to resell it. I'll just use it and it's like free, right? No. They just want to have a nice car to go out for a ride in, to have in their collection. And it's icing on the cake to have some resale value, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is they want it, with the obvious understanding that they could afford it, right? I mean, since when did people with a certain level of money buy stuff because it made financial sense? Really? That's not how people buy stuff in general. And you presume that rich people don't want to spend their money how they want to spend it? I find that's a hilarious thing about these sports writers who talk about whether or not Shohei Ohtani is worth $700 million. Do they also talk about whether or not Bentley is worth $400,000 or this or that? Do they also talk about whether a slice of pizza at the ballpark is worth $10? I mean, we make stupid, financially irresponsible decisions all the time. But the difference is, in the sports world, just like with rich people, it's fine to be financially irresponsible. That's why you have money and you could spend it. Shohei Ohtani is worth $700 million. In the same way, a car can be worth $2 million, or the pizza with caviar in New York is worth $100. You want it, you pay for it. That's the society we live in, called capitalism, free market. Go with it. You have the money, you could do it. That's why it's nice living in places where you can spend.